Truth is most beautiful undraped. In action, a great heart is the chief qualification. In work, a great head. Time is that in which all things pass away. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. Reading is thinking with someone else's head instead of one's own. To overcome difficulties is to experience the full delight of existence. Change alone is eternal, perpetual, immortal. Hatred is an affair of the heart, contempt that of the head. The assumption that animals are without rights and the illusion that our treatment of them has no moral significance is a positively outrageous example of Western crudity and barbarity. Universal compassion is the only guarantee of morality. So, the problem is not so much to see what nobody has yet seen, as to think what nobody has yet thought concerning that which everybody sees. Marrying means to have one's rights and double one's duties. I have not yet spoken my last word about women. I believe that if a woman succeeds in withdrawing from the mass, or rather raising herself from above the mass, she grows ceaselessly and more than a man. If I maintain my silence about my secret, it is my prisoner. If I let it slip from my tongue, I am its prisoner. What people commonly call fate is mostly their own stupidity. It's the niceties that make the difference. Fate gives us the hand, and we play the cards. To be alone is the fate of all great minds. A fate deplored at times, but still always chosen as the less grievous of two evils. The person who writes for fools is always sure of a large audience. No one writes anything worth writing, unless he writes entirely for the sake of his subject. Men are by nature merely indifferent to one another, but women are by nature enemies. All truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it. Every possession and every happiness are but lent by chance for an uncertain time, and may therefore be demanded back the next hour. Money is human happiness in the abstract. Whatever one may say, the happiest moment of the happy man is the moment, falling asleep, and the unhappiest moment of the unhappy, that of his awaking. Religion is the masterpiece of the art of animal training, for it trains people as to how they shall think. The eternal being which, as it lives in us, also lives in every animal. The animal is in essence absolutely the same thing that we are. The bad thing about all religions is that instead of being able to confess their allegorical nature, they have to conceal it. A man cannot serve two masters, so it is either reason or the scriptures. Religion is the metaphysics of the masses. Pantheism is only a polite form of atheism. The more unintelligent a man is, the less mysterious existence seems to him. Sleep is the interest we have to pay on the capital which is called in at death. A pessimist is an optimist in full possession of the facts. If you want to know your true opinion of someone, watch the effect produced in you by the first sight of a letter from him. It is with trifles and when he is off guard that a man best reveals his character. Conscience accompanies every act with a comment, "You should act differently," although its true sense is, you could be other than you are. It is only with the highest degree of intelligence that suffering reaches its supreme point. The only freedom that exists is of a metaphysical character. In the physical world, freedom is an impossibility. To feel envy is human, to savor schadenfreude is devilish. How shall a man be proud when his conception is a crime, his birth a penalty, his life a labor, and death a necessity? The world is my idea. Each day is a little life. To live alone is the fate of all great souls. Pride is the direct appreciation of oneself. You are lonely not because no one needs you, but because you don't seem interesting to yourself. Every parting gives a foretaste of death, every reunion a hint of the resurrection. There is not much to be got anywhere in the world. It is filled with misery and pain. The safest way of not being very miserable is not to expect to be very happy. We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people. Compassion is the basis of morality. Faith is like love. It does not let itself be forced. Great men are like eagles, and build their nest on some lofty solitude. In our monogamous part of the world, to marry means to have one's rights and double one's duties. Music is the melody whose text is the world.